All right, welcome to this demo of Syntropic. So Syntropic lets you create connections to your cloud data warehouse. Right now we have Databricks, Snowflake, Amazon S3 as options, and there's more to come. Once you've created a connection, you can create or connect to existing tables in your connection endpoint, and users can then edit those tables. I have this demo S3 connection with 2 demo tables here. And when you sign into the app, you'll be prompted to create this demo connection so you can follow along. So here on the connection window, we can create a new table if we want it, and we can manually define one or import from a CSV or Excel file, or we can select existing tables. So it'll scan your connection for existing tables to connect. Start here at the store promotions table. So the table has a strictly defined schema with data types like dates and numbers and drop downs and text. In addition to that, it lets you configure very general data quality rules that lets you enforce whatever business logic you want to enforce. So this one has 3 data quality rules. One is that the promo ID has to be 8 characters. So if it's longer than 8 characters, we get this quality rule violation. Discount percent is over 100. Again, another quality rule violation. And then if the status is approved, the rows are locked for editing, and that's why they're grayed out. So again, these are very general. You can configure them however you like to enforce whatever business logic you would like. So let's update one of the records. We'll update that to 15%. We'll load our updates, and it's going to prompt us to describe the updates we made so that we have an audit trail of who changed the table and why they changed it. Click Apply Changes. And if I come here to the History tab, we can see an entire history of the table, who updated it, when they updated it, the update, what was their comment, etc. Then if we come to the schema, this is where you configure the quality rules. You can add new columns with their data type, and you can configure row editability and so on. So this is a pretty simple use case of Syntropic, but you can do much more advanced things. So we'll come to this expenses forecast sheet. So this is a table that a forecaster is going to come into to edit to forecast our expenses for our retail store. But to do that, they want an aggregated view. They don't want to edit individual line items. And to do that, you can create a pivot table and then edit the pivot table itself, and that'll allocate the changes down to the flat table. I've already gone and configured a pivot table to look at here. So this is my 2025 forecast, and there's a few data quality rules that we've configured. So one is that rows in the past, so June, May, and April, are uneditable. And the actual scenario is also uneditable. We just want to edit the forecast scenario. And again, this is a pivot table, so this is an aggregated view of the underlying table. So if we want to edit it, we just have to toggle Group Edit. And then we can edit any of these lines here. So we could do property insurance, and that rolls up. But we could also edit higher level groups. So if we wanted to do business insurance premiums, we could make that 4,000. And then it proportionally allocates down to the child rows. So you can make high level edits, and then you can come in and make more granular edits. And again, it all just works. It proportionally allocates and it rolls up. So it's very nice. Load these updates, changes, and we go to our monitoring tab, and we'll hit refresh here. We've kicked off an Airflow job by creating that edit. So if I come to Airflow here, you can see we have a running job now. And so Syntropic lets you kick off whatever you want basically after a load update. You can kick off a Databricks workflow, Airflow job, AWS Lambda, whatever you want. And our app can monitor it so that when that Airflow job is finished, it tells us when it's finished and it tells us the duration of it. So you can configure as many of these as you want to run. I have 2 configured here, an Airflow and a Databricks job. The Databricks job is disabled, but you can have as many as you want, and these will run after on every load update from your users. That's more or less how Syntropic works. Thanks for watching.